Hi, I'm Cheryl Rowling, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Ontario, Canada. Thank you for joining me today. Don't worry about sizes and supplies for this card as they are attached to this video. This is the card we're going to be doing today. It is from the Peaceful Nativity stamp set. Let me get rid of that. And I used for Unto Us as some of the verses inside. Now what I did is, this is Whisper White 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. This one is for the inside. It's 5 1/4 by 4, and it just fits inside the card. This is Misty Moonlight, excuse me. It's 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. This is Daffodil Delight, and it is 5 1/4 by 4. You will need a soft suede piece, 3.5 by 2.5, and I used the die cut from the Peaceful Nativity to cut out this. And I have, this is for the top of the card. It is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And I also used, I think this is 5 by 3 Post-it note. And just scraps so that you can cut out these. I've pre-done them so it doesn't take so long, because showing you what I'm going to be doing is going to take a little bit of time. So this is what I did. Now I measured, it's 3/8 of an inch from the top, and I did it in the center, and I figured this out because it's 3 7/8. I put it 4 inches, and then I just moved it over ever so gently so there was enough at both sides to make it equal. And I put this at 3/8 of an inch from the top, and I put a dot there, and this is 3/4 of an inch from the bottom, so I put marked it and drew a line across there. And then I put my Post-it note down. You can see the line. And then I put a mark at 3, and I put a mark at 2, and then I just connected this with that, and this side. Then I put the Post-it note down on top of this so that it was hitting the top, just that dot that you had marked there, and bringing it down. And then I laid it down like this, and I marked from here to here, and I cut that off so that I was left with this triangle. And I put that there because this is going to be done in blue, and this is going to be done in the brown for the ground. And then once this is done, I will take it off, and I will put this up here so that I can do the brown with the sponge brayers. Now I'm using the Misty Moonlight ink pad, and I have sponge brayers, and you have to load them up and just keep loading for a few seconds. And then what you do is you start back here, and then you roll like this and start getting it heavy, and then roll towards the center, and so that you've got it going right up to the top, and then going over here and getting it darker, because you want it darker over here because the light is going to be here, so you want it to gradual, like an ombre effect, so that the darkest over here and then lighter towards where the light is shining. And you keep doing that until you got it to the consistency that you want it. And then I flipped it over, because I like to work away from myself. Just easier for me. If you can do it the other way, go right ahead. Do it whatever way you can. But I just did this, and now that I'm losing ink, I would go more over so that it's light, because I want the darkest at the edge. So I always start off at the edge and go over here, and then slowly come where it's lighter. I hope that makes sense to everybody. Just like that, so that I got it too dark in that area, but you won't see it that much because you've got the manger and this, the stable and all that. Yeah, that's not too bad. I wouldn't go as dark as I have there though. You want it a little bit lighter. And then these just come off, and then you put this one down right on that edge, and we put this one away, and I have a second sponge dauber. Yep, I got ink on me. Of course I did. Get rid of it with my diaper wipes. There we go. Just got a new ink pad and it is stiff. So I'm doing this again, just rolling it on and then just going along here. And always start off the paper, start rolling off the paper. You see, I've got it here. Start back here and start rolling it, because then you don't get a blob on it. Now, it wouldn't matter that much with it here because you're covering some of it up, but it just looks neater if you're not, and if you learn the proper way to do it. There, just like that. Now, I'll put these away. There. Gonna have to fix that because that's way too hard for me. So I just stamped this on Whisper White, and I colored it with the Soft Suede blend, the light one. And this is with, which one is it? Let me see. Light Mango Melody. And I die cut this out. Now what you can do is put the adhesive sheets on the back if you want. I didn't think to do it, so I have to glue it, and then it will be glued there. So what I'm going to do is get my, yep, that's, oops, I dropped it. Get my silicone mat, and I pop these up on, yeah, get out my, makes it easier. I pop them up on dimensional so that it gives it depth. Yeah. I am having a problem. Everything's sticking to me. Must like me and not want to be attached. There we go. Now I just laid this flat on here, and I came along and, or maybe it's easier to do it this way to show you, so that you get it about equal. Just like that. So you want a little, it gives it dimension. And when you get rid of that too. And when I glue this down, it will glue on there. You put it in the center, and then we'll put Mary and Joseph in the center, and any imperfections you have will basically disappear. So you stamp your Mary and Joseph and the manger, and I stamped a goat, a sheep, and a yellow star out of the Daffodil Delight. Or I didn't stamp it, I die cut it, sorry. Die cut it out of and use the dies from this beautiful stamp set. Now with Mary, I have it all listed in the video what colors. I use the Flirty Flamingo. I used all blends, yeah. Flirty Flamingo, dark and light. I use soft sea foam, and I believe it's the light for Mary's headdress and the baby blanket. I used Ivory for their faces, soft suede dark for their hair, all their hair. I used Mango Melody light for the straw. I used soft suede light for the manger, and I used Night of Navy light and dark for Joseph, and I have a silver pencil crayon, and I just use that for the staff. And the lamb, it's I used my black marker, and I just did the legs and the face just so it was a little bit different. You can do just a plain white lamb with a little bit of gray on it. I did extra, I didn't know how much would fit, and so I just outlined it a bit with either Crumb Cake or Ivory, something like that. But I like this one because it just stands out a little bit. Let's get this going. And put this attached. And see, isn't that a beautiful star? I don't know, maybe you can't see it, but the detail on it is gorgeous. And then I just stuck it at the top, just down enough so it's not sticking off, but it goes right to the top in the center of that triangle there. Now, what I did with the goat, if I can find the goat, where'd the goat go? Right there, he's upside down, that's why I didn't see him. The goat and the lamb, sheep, I dimensional them up because they have to go around the manger. So I did one on the back side and one on the head, just so that I could go over top of the manger and it wouldn't get in the way. And take these off. And place them on here. Just like that. And the sheep. You can take your pick tool or your paper piercer, whatever you've got. I just used my fingernails this time because there wasn't that many. I think I want this back a little bit farther so it's not over Mary so much. It's not quite straight. There we go. That's better. Get rid of that or it'll drive me crazy. And get into what I'm doing. So this I'm gluing onto the yellow. Doesn't that just pop it? It looks so pretty. And now I'm going to put this on the blue. Just like that. Such a pretty color combination. I really like this. I hope you do too, because it really stands out in real life. And that goes on my card back. Just like that. Now what I did is I took a 3/4 of an inch piece of paper, and I will hopefully do that. Nope, that's not. This is too wide. But anyways, I will show you what I did. And I took put my ink away, and this is a little bit larger than it should be, but you get the idea. I had a piece, but so then I take my banner, take a pick tool, and I put this in through here, push it down, make sure it's in the center, pop it, turn around, I cut this down, and then I did the same thing on this side. And if it's not quite in the center, I used my paper piercer and I moved it so that it was. And then I punched it. And there you have it, just like that. But it needs to be 3/4 of an inch wide so that it's not so big and bulky looking. Now, yeah, I had to do it twice. Let me see, there's my dimensionals. And then I just dimensionally this up. I have it right here. Oops. It worked so good. First I was so upset about that hook in it, and then it's like, oh no, that's kind of cool. It helps me. Just like, no, that's not straight there. Like that. Now we're going to do the center. Put it right there. And we're doing Mary and Joseph. Now I'm doing them just below so that they're not all on. And you can see it's, the edge is not all there. It's there. I did it below so that I wouldn't have all the extra. And then I just colored it. This is my dark night of navy, and I need my light. I have so many markers out here, blends out here. Okay, so, and then I just went and blended this. And colored it all in. And where is my, and I have this purple or silver marker, or no, it's a pencil crayon. Cheryl, wake up. just like that. And then I did this in the soft suede, and this is in the light mango melody, and the Mary was in pink and blues, just like I did for the front. And then I stamped, should show you. This is what the inside looks like. It says, "May his light shine in your heart throughout the year. Oh, come, let us adore him." So I'm getting out my Memento again, and I'm getting "Oh, come, let us adore him." And I'm stamping this up here, hoping I've got it level. Not bad. And then I take this and I'm going to ink this one up and put it, get that out of the way so I don't make a mess, and press it for a few seconds because you've got stuff on the other side that's dimensional. And then we're going to put that away for a minute, and we're going to glue this down. Whoops, not that one. I've got another one that I did. That one's not quite finished. And I didn't do this one. Didn't do "Oh Come All You Faithful." I'll do that again. Not a big deal. Silly me, I picked up the wrong one. Now just get that straight. There we go, that's better. And I edged around it because I had a little bit of ink up there, so I just edged around it so that it would blend in, and you would never know that there was ink up there. Watch, this time I'll go crooked. Oh, no, I did good. There we go. Now the envelope, I have put a piece of paper in there. I don't have to do that yet, but I will, because I'm doing the donkey, and the donkey's done in blends, and it needs to be in there so it doesn't bleed, because you saw how much it bleeds with the others. And then I'm just basically doing this all over, and then coming back with, I'm going to leave a little bit of white in there so he's not totally gray. Now I use the marker for the feet because it's easier to do. You can use black, a light black if you have it. And then I didn't do very much. I just did a little bit of the shading. Just where they've basically shaded it, I didn't do too much. Just a few of these lines that Stampin' Up! Has so graciously put in there for us and done all the hard work. Just like that. And he's done. Take this out. And there's, yep, I'm doing good. Grab what I didn't intend to grab. There we go. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share, as this helps me grow my channel. If you could leave a comment, that would be wonderful, as I love to see where you're watching from. If you aren't already subscribed, please click the subscribe button and hit notifications so you will know when I post a new video. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to help you out. My contact information is attached to this video. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye now.